Australia is in the worst recession in almost a century. Does the Prime Minister take any responsibility for making the recession deeper and longer than it needs to be by cutting JobKeeper, cutting JobSeeker and cutting wages at the worst possible time?
The Prime Minister has the call.
Mr Speaker, these are the most challenging times we've seen since the Second World War. The COVID-19 recession we are now in the midst of, Mr Speaker, is a result of the COVID-19 global pandemic. This seems to be a fact that escapes the attention of the Leader of the Labor Party in this country, Mr Speaker. The Leader of the Labor Party seems to think that what is occurring in our country now is the result of some sort of political action on behalf of the government, Mr Speaker. And that defies credibility. It defies the credibility of the Labor Party, Mr Speaker, to seem to be the only people in this country today who do not understand that there is a global pandemic with COVID-19. It also defies credibility, Mr Speaker, that the actions of the government, which has seen, Mr Speaker, a commitment not just for today but into the future of more than $300 billion in economic supports, over 15% of our economy, Mr Speaker, means that not only did we see yesterday, Mr Speaker, not only did we see yesterday that despite the terrible news of the impact on our economy of a 7% fall in the March quarter and just over 6% fall through the year, that in other places, Mr Speaker, that also confront this pandemic, whether it be in Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Spain, and the list goes on across the OECD, Sweden, all of them, Mr Speaker, all for far more damagingly hit in their economy. But the other factor is, Mr Speaker, that in this country not only have we sought successfully to cushion what is a terrible blow, more so than other countries, but equally through our coordinated management and fighting of this virus, our death rate as a result of that terrible virus is lower than all of those countries. So, Mr Speaker, whether it is on controlling the virus and suppressing it in this country as best as we can, or cushioning the blow for Australians going through this crisis, Australians know that this government has showed up for them, Mr Speaker, and we will continue to show up for them. And we will continue to guarantee the essential services they rely on, Mr Speaker. We will continue to ensure that we protect their safety, which is the first duty of a federal government, Mr Speaker. We will continue to do all of these things as we make our way through this crisis, which the Leader of the Labor Party seems to be oblivious to.